And the Canadians, big number 33, gets his hand up. Andy Collins delivers a big old pull again. This one's floating. Coming down to the Japanese handler. Second half action now after an electric first half. The last point particularly. 11 now with the disc for Japan. Called back by Andy Collins. 11 moves it up to Kurono. Kurono keeps his hands. Moves it to Tanaka. Foul called upfield. Now we're back. Kurono. Moves it to center. 29. Tanaka now with the disc. Tanaka looks to give the backhand, then flicks up line. Japanese look like they're just working out of a standard vert right here. Gets it to 29, looks to put the big one, doesn't, but moves it upfield again. Far side of the field, 97, centers to Kurono. Kurono gets it to 29, fakes the flick, backhand central, 17's got the disc, up this line. Moves it to 11. 11 for Japan's got it. Centers it. Scoring throw to Kurono. Japanese strike first in the second half and open the first 2-point lead we've seen in this game. It's delivered another IO backhand. Coming down, Kirk Savage. Getting his feet set underneath. Collects a pancake catch and gets it to Andy Brown. Andy Brown 2 meters into his end zone. Gets a break backhand. John Hassel there. Hassel winds up for the big one, doesn't give it, and puts it back to Andy Brown. Brown had Pottinger, but goes straight upfield now to Menzies. Center of the field, Menzies. Oh, gives to Wong, but there's a bit
contact.
of contest. Oh, what a big miss.
Pottinger.
Now he's floated one. It's way too far in front. Pottinger's throw not on. Now he's getting himself involved with a complete pass to number 13. 13 wound up, but gives it back to Nose, who was covered closely by Savage. Now gets a big one out to
Matsuno.
Matsuno, the master. Now he gets one. Brendan Wong is all over that pass, knocks it to the ground. Wong has Pottinger there. Pottinger to Menzies. These two played together for years. I think TFP for a while. Furious, a lot of Furious obviously on this team. Far side of the field, Menzies scoops over top, has Hassel. Far sideline, Hassel flicks, has a man, Brendan Wong puts his foot down for the goal. Canada gets one back. Hands with a hand up, and here comes our pull. That's number 3, Takahashi collects the pull, moves it on to Kichikawa, who gets it to number 2 here. Tanaka with the disc. Tanaka having a conversation. He gets a bit of a break backhand over to 11. 11 winds up a backhand, puts it to Kurono, center of the field. Tight mark on Kurono, wisely so as he. Kurono now flicks, gets it to Kichikawa on the close sideline. A little bit of contact there.
Stomped on
Kichikawa with the disc, looks for a backhand. Gets one to Kurono in the center of the field. Kurono. Good handle defense there. Now gets it to Takahashi, then Kurono again with the disc. Gets it to Takahashi. Takahashi having a look. Wants a backhand. Gets a little backhand out. Stoppage on the play. Sticking with their sharp throwers that are Fatigue Canada, putting on a brand new line of hard runners. So we'll see if that pays off, getting some fresh legs in, or if it pays off just keeping your top line out there and making them work and grind. Tanaka has the disc tapped in by Scotty Nickel, moves it up to Kurono, still working on that far sideline. Couple big pivot steps, shakes his defenders, flicks central. Tanaka with the disc now, backhanded 12, big bid. Doesn't get a piece, but moves it on to Takahashi, throws to Kurono. The bid comes, but the score counts. Reciprocated by the Canadians. Here comes the pull. Inside out backhand sailing to the opposite corner. Andy Brown watches it go out of bounds. Not last name, like one of my old favorite wrestlers, Randy the Macho Man. If only, and number 33 wears a similar beard to what Macho Man had. So
Andy Collins,
correct. They're very old school WWF in my head. Savage picks one up at his knees as he hits the turf. Puts a blade in the middle. Well handled. Oscar Pottinger now. Moves it to Brown. Brown looking for options. Breaks to Savage. Savage looked to continue to hassle. Comes the other way back to Brown. Brown now. Puts it to the sideline to Savage. Savage to Hassel. John Hassel looking at his options. Was about to pop one, but had a lot of company there. Then finds Savage open. Savage to Hassel, about 5 meters out now. 5-7 meters out. Hassel pivot, over to Savage. Then gets Menzies. A lot of touches here. Now gets Hassel in the end zone. Some great work by the Canadians there.
Patience on that point.
Taking a play out of the Japanese book by what we've seen so far. Andy Collins set to pull. Delivers an IO. Beauty pull. That thing's floating. Canadians will have time to get very nearly on the mark by the time it's in play. Tanaka to Kichikawa. Kichikawa fakes the backhand. Aaron Liu on that mark. Gets it to Tanaka. Tanaka to Takahashi. Takahashi throws
Looks
one
like it
up.
was
Wearing Wayne Gretzky's number in Canada, 99. And I believe he's a Russian import for the Canadians. Been there for about 4 or 5 years. Plays for GOAT. Won the national.
Foul called and Canada is going crazy. They can't believe it.
Not happy. That's number 20, Jeff Lindquist, also from GOAT. He's not happy about that call. Tanaka trying to find his man. Gets one up. Bid on the play. 29's got the disc. Fast count now called.
Link was going absolutely ballistic.
He's not at all happy. Runs over to the confrontation to add his input. And then after the stall count, then it's called a fast count. So I think we'll have disc coming in at 8. And he'll have to get rid of it right away, and he does. Tolley, it gets over Tolley. 11's got a bid. He's got the disc. What a pickup, but it's called down. He ended up with a disc in his hands, but it was very close to the turf when he caught it. The Canadians were very quick to say down.
He may be coming back.
It's gonna go back again. What a chippy game this is turning into. Maybe it was another stall count. If Canada's gonna pick the disc up, then it is. So they're saying that disc wasn't released in the second or two that he had. It probably would have been coming in at 9. Sound Kia rather, picks it up. Fakes over top with a little backhand, then push passes to Hibbert. He spikes the disc. Canada gets their goal one way or another there.
And Hibbert bumping into Yokuno. There's going to be a discussion here.
Up at 11, Canada now with 2 in a row. Like we said, this game's as chippy as any we've seen here. Some excellent play out there, but some questionable calls from both teams. In the last couple, the Canadians have been very aggressive with their calls. 17 now, centers it to Kurono, who just had a bit of a confrontation with Hibbert on the last play. Kurono puts the disc in play now. Looks for his flick options. He's very calm with his pivots and fakes. Just leaves the disc out there and just releases it so easily. Takahashi now with the disc, far side of the field. Another call. Alex Hughes, that is, on the mark, number 14 for Canada. Kurono. Great fake. Just gets one past Aaron Liu there to Kichikawa with the disc. Gets it over to 17 now for Japan. Moves it right away. Bid on the play. Takahashi comes up with it. It's what another bit.
Canada going horizontal on every
throw. There's a Canadian player making a bid, whether they can go up, under, around, or through the Japanese player right now. Tanaka now fakes. Scotty Nickel on the mark, gets it to Kurono, moves it to the close side of the field now. Takahashi fakes the hammer, gives the flick, a meter out. Kichikawa to Kurono. Japan score. Yeah, the facilities here are incredible as 13 from Japan puts the pull up, sends it towards Canada. And like we said, the time cap's gone, so it's +2 to the leader, which is Japan right now. So game to 14. These next couple of points are going to be big ones. Savage with the disc now, gets it from Brown. flinch. The cat's getting up there and gets it off to Menzies. Menzies gets a bit of a gainer to Wong on the other side of the field. Then he moves it up. Has number 6 on the far sideline. Has a look, puts one up. Thought he had Menzies. A sloppy throw there. Gets a Japanese turn.
No say.
Yeah, 97. Dumps to number 9 for Japan. Furuzawa. Gonna put the disc into play here. Gets it over to Matsuno with the disc. Matsuno fakes the backhand.
And I heard one break and looking for the second one.
Oh! Andy Brown, the offensive handler, steps in front and gets a huge layer D as it goes back to Brendan Wong. Wasn't able to get that scoop off earlier, and now there's a call. Wong waiting for the tap, and now it's in. Savage gets back for the dump. Has a look upfield. Looking for the forehand, looking for the hammer. Dumps to Brown. Sammy's got that disc up in the air. Oh my God, Matsuno with a huge layer to get in front and get another turn. Japan with another chance. No say. Gets it to Matsuno. Matsuno steps looking for the backhand. Now flicks an OI. Back to Nose. Back to Matsuno, center of the field, moving a little bit backwards. 25 now with the disc for Japan. Gets a break across. Matsuno with the disc, puts a big one up. We've got a shot to the end zone. He's got his man.
Oh, and they have got the break.
13 with the disc, that's Abe. What vision by Matsuno to see him. Through, they've got themselves a 2-point lead at the right time. Pulls up and sailing. Canadian handler back to collect. Gets it to Andy Brown. Center of the field. Gives it back on to 89. Andy Brown in the corner. Andy Brown looking. Looks to break. Looks to go up line. Breaks to Hassel. Hassel, the Canadians playing out of their own end zone. Oh, jeez. Just gets it through to Menzies. Menzies
this
puts
may
up
not
a
go
40.
out.
Ooh, and number 6 able to get way up for that one and keep the possession alive. Andy Brown hits the deck, keeps his feet, keeps the disc. Menzies with the disc now. Menzies gets it to Brown, far side now. Hassel comes back to fill in, no room there, a lot of clogging. Call on the play, that clogging probably accounted for a pick. Want to center here as quick as they possibly can. 89 finally gets some space, but Matsuno right on him. Menzies, Canada really threading them into small space. Disc back in. Menzies. Oh, tries to put one over top. Calls the foul. They're both in obvious disagreements with one another. Put it back into play. Puts it up line to 89. 89 having a look.
That's Kevin Underhill.
Kevin Underhill with the disc. He's looking for his options. Puts one to Menzies. He's got strong hands.
Menzies calling a foul again.
Calling fouls, barking instructions to 88.
Your actions and words.
18 gets it to 6. He's able to keep his foot. Is Galtis, is it? Gatis to Hassel. Hassel takes a little bump and happy to bump back into the man. I'm sure he's ready to call the foul. Buddy gets the continuation. Now he's got one. Linky's in the end zone. Lindquist gets up, but it gets over his head. Japanese player knocks it away.
Contest defense by the Japanese.
Back to Linky.
And they'll look for a quick throw here.
Now he puts up the backhand the other way. Oh! 6 gets up.
Gatis
now
not
puts
in.
one. Linky puts his foot down. Canada extends the game another point. Hibbert gives the pull. Flat backhand. Traveling a big distance. Canada needs a D here if they're going to extend this to a universe point situation. Japan, if they can walk in there with this disc, will win this game, this heated game. 17 now with the disc for Japan.
Rain is starting to fall here at the stadium.
Sankyo is on the mark there. Tanaka almost does the splits and then moves it on. 29 back to Tanaka, center of the field.
Tight D from Canada.
Moves it up to 17. Kurono, far side of the field now with the disc. A little bit of drizzle coming down now in Sakai. 17 with the disc, moves it to 29, no bid there. Not, and again to Tanaka. Injury. 17 from Japan with the disc. Gets it across. Samashima.
Fortunately, bad dump throw. Canada now with the chance to convert.
And get their break back and turn this into the game everybody's hoping for. Adrian Yearwood with the goal from Sound Kia. It's 13-all. We've got universe points. Canada versus Japan in Japan. A chippy game. It all comes down to this. What more could you ask for?
We've got Sankia, Yearwood. These guys are looking for the break.
We see Matsuno out there as well with a very familiar Japanese line. Tanaka picks it up to Matsuno. Takahashi out there. Kichikawa, Kurono gets it over top to 17 now for Japan. Big one goes up. Kurono's there. This could be the game. If he can get there, Japan gets their hands on it. Japan wins again. The game beats Canada on universe point. And the Japanese are celebrating. That's the first Canadian loss in this tournament.
No. Wendy, what was that place you wanted to go to dinner? Huh? We went there yesterday. Yeah, we went there. Somebody said BW3. Yeah, not BW3. BW3. Yeah. I don't know where to go next. It's expensive.